Is it started?
Yep.
It is. Hey, y'all, this is Jessie with our latest episode of Gals Live. We have a fun show planned for y'all and are excited to get to it. But first, let's run through our panel of our lovely lady. It is a dynamic duo tonight. So, how you doing, Stacey?
I am doing great. Had a great Christmas and a nice kid-free weekend. And a husband-free weekend for the most part. So, how about you?
Right now, I'm living vicariously through you. I don't know what it's like to have a kid-free or husband-free weekend. Tell me more. No, we had a really good Christmas. We're actually not doing the big Christmas thing until January 5th. So it was a pretty nice, quiet Christmas. The kids got super spoiled. And to the family who bought my kids Play Doh, I know you're going to catch this on replay. You've moved to the bottom of my favorites list. I love you. I just don't like it right now. But yeah, other than that, it was really good. Um, the kids and I ended up catching a kind of crazy cold earlier in the week, and so we've pretty much been on medications that, for me, it should have knocked out an elephant or something. But I feel better today, so there's that. But everyone out there, please give some love to our gal Armintha because she's still sick. So we hope you get lots of rest tonight, honey, and we love you. And hopefully you get well soon because you're totally gonna be missed tonight. We're probably gonna get off topic a couple of times, so don't hate us. um, but if you would like to join the Gun Gals panel, we would love to have you. Shoot us an email at info@gun-gals.com for more info. Before we get started, we want to give a huge shout out to our awesome Patreon supporters, Clover Tack, Ghost Tactical, GA Trucker, Angry Hay Cutter, The Gun Snob, Tina is Liberty Cat. Thank you so much for your support to Gun Gals. Also, if you're new to Gun Gals, we would like to invite you to like our Facebook page. And for the ladies, find our ladies only Gun Gals group on Facebook. Our group is where ladies can ask questions or share experiences with other gun carrying ladies, as well as keep our conversations going throughout the week. So definitely check it out. Um, so, Stacey, speaking of Christmas, did y'all play any really awesome games at Christmas? Because I've heard that that's kind of a thing that everybody does now is do some really different games.
We did play one at his grandma's and kind of like a dirty Santa thing, but they kind of changed it this year. I don't know if they had it that way last year because we didn't. We were only there for like 20 minutes last year. But usually, it's a girl's gift and a woman's gift and a man's gift. So the women go first, and usually you just pick a number, and whatever number you have depends on whether you go first, second, third, fourth, and you go pick gift. If you're first, you go pick a gift, and if you're second, you can either pick a gift or steal it. This year they did it different. It was doing it with dice, and you don't open the present. Like if you got a one, you just pick, if one, of course you pick a gift for the first person, and stuff. But it was like 1 and 4 was like you keep the gift you have, and maybe 2 and 6 was still a gift, but you didn't open them. So finally, by the third round, they decided, well, we would at least open them to see whether or not you wanted to steal a gift or keep a gift.
Uh-huh.
So, but it was different. We all got in a circle. We roll the die and see whether or not we take a gift, keep our gift, and
Is
stuff.
that kind of like the white elephant game?
I'm not sure. I don't know what the white elephant game is.
Um, now that I've said that, I can't really remember how to play it. But in the game, you can go and steal gifts. I don't I don't remember. But yeah, it sounds like that. I don't remember using a dice though. That sounds
Yeah.
like a really cool game.
I mean, it was fun and stuff. It was confusing and stuff, and I didn't get like usually, the other way we would open the gift, so we would know whether or not we wanted to steal a gift or whether we wanted to, pick a gift from the thing or whatever. But this one, the first 2 rounds, you just kind of passed different gifts around. You didn't know what was in it, so you didn't know if it was even something you would want. So
Right.
it was different. Hopefully next year they'll go back to the way they played it for years.
Mm-hmm.
So I wasn't too fond of the way it went because usually I buy something that I would want to keep. Depending on if there's nothing else around that I want, well then I'm going to aim to get mine back, and I would have more of a chance to do that on the other way. This way, you were kind of stuck with kind of what you got. Like I bought a $25 gift card for Hobby Lobby, which I ended up with a $25 gift card for Kohl's, which is fine. But like my husband, he bought a $25 gift card for Academy, and he was hoping to get back, and he ended up getting like those magnetic light sets, like for working, and got a tabletop foosball. And it was like, usually it's the guys choose tools or something cool. He's like, what am I going to do with a foosball table? So that ended up going to our kids.
No
But
doubt.
so yeah, definitely a little different. How about you?
We actually didn't play a game on Christmas, but a game that we're going to play on the 5th when all the family is here is the multi-wrapped and saran wrapped gift. And so you have a timer on how much time you have to unwrap, and whoever gets it gets the prize. So everyone kind of lines up around a table and you have to unwrap it. And if you run out of time, you got to pass it to the next person.
See, we did that a couple of years ago. Well, we did that with them. We still had the man's gift and the woman's gift, but they had one for the adults and one for the kids and stuff. And I think it just had little things in it. But they did it with dice. The next person had to, you were able to go at it for as long as you wanted until the next person rolled doubles. When that person rolled doubles, it might be a few minutes, it might be a few seconds. But we did that a couple of years ago. It's pretty fun.
It sounds like a lot of fun. I saw, the only reason why I came up with the idea is I saw that Armintha had it posted, I think on Instagram or Facebook. It might have been both. And so we've got a ton of families showing up on the 5th. And I was like, okay, that's going to be fun. And we're doing the white elephant gift, but
that you don't remember what it is.
Yeah. I've always been under the influence of alcohol when I play it, because I usually played it at my best friend's house in Texas. And so this will be the first year that I play it sober. So yeah, it'll be interesting. That's for sure.
Well, let's see. Hang on. All right. White elephant gift exchange rules. 1, if someone steals your gift, you can steal someone else's gift or choose and open a wrapped one. Continue until everyone has had a turn for a gift. A gift can be stolen once during a turn. A gift cannot be immediately stolen back from the player. Where'd it go? Let's see. I lost it. Hang on. A gift cannot be immediately stolen back from the player who just stole it. Once a gift has 3 owners, the third owner of a gift gets to keep it. It is retired and can't be stolen again. So that's kind of like what we did it with numbers the first time.
Uh-huh.
And once it had been stolen, I think on the 3rd time, it couldn't be stolen again. So that's kind of like the first game we played when we do numbers, and you can either steal a gift or pick a wrap gift.
I'm not even sure what the present's going to be. I just know that it's going to be something cheap. I might make like a mason jar of some dessert where you do like the brownie mix or cake mix, cookie mix, something.
Cocoa mix.
Or cocoa mix. Yes, that's also one of my gifts that I'm doing for family, but I might do that for the game. And then when we do the saran wrap, I'm going to make it a little harder because I'm going to wrap one of the boxes not only in wrapping paper, but I'm going to use duct tape. So, yeah.
I did that to my brother-in-law when my sister was still married to him. We had it wrapped so many times. It was this huge box, and technically it was a little shaving kit thing, new electric razor.
Mm-hmm.
We had it wrapped in this huge box, and some of them had like covered in duct tape. It took her probably an hour to go through everything to get the present opened. It was pretty funny.
I wish now that I had saved some of the boxes from us moving, because I could have had so many boxes to just pack and then have one of the extra large boxes from moving and then had it wrapped like a gift, like someone sitting there thinking, man, that's a huge box. That's got to be something really awesome. And then you open it and there's another box and another box and another box. And then you get down and it's like a gift card or something.
Well, what was funny is whenever, because our two of our girls got new computers. Well, actually, thought three of them did, but two of them, or one of them wanted a desk. She was all about getting a desk for her room. And so my husband decided he would just get the lumber and build it and just, mount it on the wall. It's just, one or two legs coming down. So she was like, okay. He said, she's like, well, I really want drawers. She's like, well, we can get you some of those plastic drawers to put under it for all your art stuff. So we went ahead and got that Christmas Eve, and we got the drawers. So then my husband decided he was going to wrap it. So he wrapped the drawers, but we didn't put a name on it. We just left it blank. So we took it in there, and for hours they were like, whose gift is that? And we're like, I don't know. There's an I in the person's name, and they all pretty much have an I in their name. Even my daughter, the one that it was going to, she's just like, Mom, who's that gift belong to? And I'm like, I can't tell you. I'm sorry. I said, oh, I'm sorry. It's the Beagles. It's her gift. It's like, well, there's no I in her name. I'm like, what? I said, you can change. But they were going nuts because we did not put a name on it.
Oh, how funny.
So, yeah, they had no idea who the gift was, and that was pretty funny.
I love how many different ideas they have for the effort you have to put into unwrapping gifts for people. Since Christmas, I've been kind of binge watching on YouTube a lot of the wrapping pranks that they do, and somebody had duct taped a huge refrigerator box, and inside that was two boxes, and they had to unwrap each box to figure out that one box was completely empty, but it had a bunch of boxes wrapped inside it, and then the other one, it just had so many boxes, and most of them were duct taped. And then underneath the duct tape was packing tape. And so once they got to all that, then they had to unwrap that box, and every box was the same. And this poor girl, I think it took her like an hour and a half to go through all the boxes to realize that she had a gift card and $100. And I was like, that is awesome. I wish I'd thought of that.
What am I thinking about to do the girls one year is do that, but the bottom of the box, instead of having like a gift card or something down there, have a note that says better luck next year.
Yeah.
But my mom one year, usually Lowe's and Home Depot has really good, batteries, big package of batteries for pretty cheap. Yeah. So Mom mentioned, she's like, well, if you go by and get some of those batteries, why don't you grab me some? So we had got some, and then we wrapped them up. And my mom is worse than a 2-year-old Christmas if you give her a present early. So, of course, she had this wrapped gift, and she couldn't figure out what it was because it was so heavy. She's like, what in the world is this? And we wouldn't tell her. And so it was pretty funny for her to figure it out at the end on Christmas that it was just batteries. It wasn't even her real gift. But yeah, she tried for like, she randomly just go pick it up and say, what is it?
I wish that I had done that for the kids now. I wish I had just wrapped their batteries because that would have been awesome. Little Miss running over there and grabbing the package and trying to open it and then be like, batteries.
Yeah.
Although I'm pretty sure if I'd given them batteries, they probably would have ended up in Little Miss' mouth.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but for some reason she thinks batteries go in her mouth. It's yeah.
Well, at that age, isn't just about everything they think goes in their mouth?
Yeah, pretty much. But it was it was a little disappointing, I will have to admit, on Christmas that they had all those toys and I still found my kids playing with the laundry basket instead of their toys.
Usually for me, it was always playing with the box. They always wanted to play with the box.
Yeah.
They would have the toys, they haven't even opened it, but now it's like all about the box. Which as they get older, they don't care about the box anymore.
My goodness.
We had one that our youngest that was like, she would open a gift and she was trying to like open the actual gift, she would want to open everything like, hey, we still got a lot more gifts to go through. You better just leave it in the package and let's go to the next gift.
Right.
Otherwise, it's going to take us all day.
It's really insane how my kids are at that age where it's just boxes, bubble wrap, tape, and styrofoam entertain them more than what was actually inside the box.
Yeah.
And it's like, I could have gotten out super cheap this year and just bought y'all a bunch of boxes with styrofoam in them and a whole bunch of tape.
Well, enjoy it now because as they get older, they get less gifts because the gifts that they want are all expensive.
Are so expensive. Yeah.
Yeah. Our oldest wanted, an Apple Watch. She wanted a new phone. And of course, she didn't get all that stuff. But, she's like, well, new phone is like $500 and something. I said, yeah. And then we got to spend $500 and something on the other three. She's like, no, you don't.
I don't know. My son, for Christmas, he said he wanted a tree house. He wanted a baby brother or sister. And a phone. The house we moved to already has a tree house. You're not getting a baby brother or sister, and you're 4 years old. You're not getting a phone.
Yeah.
What else can we do? You like Paw Patrol? You like Marshall? Okay, let's go that route. Quit trying to make me have a heart attack. So with Christmas, there's, if your family is like some of my family, if there's eggnog, you've got those getting drunk. It's the time of the year where family that doesn't always see each other tends to come around, and sometimes there's family drama. Did you have any interesting events happen during the holidays?
No, not really. We mainly went to his mom's, which we did his mom's the Sunday before Christmas. Mm-hmm. And then we went to his grandma's on Christmas Day. And it varies on how many people are there because some of them are coming for Thanksgiving and may not be there for Christmas or vice versa because they go to their spouse's family, But his family's awesome. There's no drinking. A lot of them, don't drink when the family's together. There's a lot of them that probably don't really drink at all. but no, I mean I love his family. Which is why I could never divorce my husband, because I'd be divorcing his family. I would have to take his family with me. I love his family. His grandparents I love to death. And so it's really just fun. There's never really any fights or arguments besides, unless, my husband and his aunt gets into politics, then there's, there's some drama there if they get into politics on the few times we're up there.
That's always the first thing to start an argument. Politics or religion.
Well, his aunt lives, she now lives down by, she moved to Lawton, which is a few hours away. And she was going to drive up Christmas Day, and, my husband was teasing with his grandparents, saying, "Oh man, we got to wait for her. We got to wait all day." Well, she was the first one there Christmas morning. And he spouted off and said, "Well, her husband must have got her up early. That's the only way she got here early." And I made sure to tell his aunt, I said, "You need to get on to your nephew over here." I said, "He said we were going to be waiting on you all day long." So, of course, that, got them going back and forth. But no, his family is awesome. There's never any problems. Everybody loves to get together, and they do it, quite often throughout the year. Thanksgiving, Christmas. His aunt just down the road from us does a big, huge 4th of July thing. Mm-hmm. And so all the family come to that, and they do a 4th of July fireworks show.
Oh, that's awesome.
Which is also his grandma's birthday. So,
that's awesome.
Yeah, we get together.
Y'all not only gets to do the 4th of July, but you also get to celebrate a birthday.
Yeah. So, and so there's always little get together. It may not be the whole family, but they do stuff with throughout the year. I mean, they're a very close knit family. So, yeah, they're awesome. So, my family, we really don't do much with, but, I live way out in the country. My sister has a small apartment. My mom lives, has a small apartment. So we usually just, get together, when we see each other, say, "Hey, here's your gift," type thing. Since, my sister died a couple of years ago. She was always the one that, had the bigger house, or at least, that was the house we all went to, and stuff. So we don't do as much with my family. My family's a little crazier.
No.
Well, I mean, if you know me.
So that's why I said no.
They're a little I don't even know what the word to say that no one wants to drive out to our house half the time. My sister does every now and then. She'll come out and shoot every now and then and come out. But my mom don't drive anymore. So, but yeah, he's over here in the chat room. Oh yeah, her family's crazy for sure. They're just, different. They're like me. I mean, they're smart Alex and definitely a little crazier. So,
just a little bit. Just
a little bit.
That's all right. We love you just the way you are. Don't listen to that negative husband of yours.
Oh, I never do anyways. Half the stuff he says goes in one ear and out the other.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, I do miss Texas, just for the simple fact that I would get to see my sister and all of that family. But it is really nice being up in quiet area, kind of starting a new journey, I guess you could call it.
Oh, yeah.
Learning new traditions for sure.
Yeah, because this would be like the first year that you're probably really so much around more of his family, isn't it?
Yeah, it's definitely different. But it's less stressful. I mean, it's wonderful having his family and you see how everybody kind of interacts and prep for everyone coming and everything, it's so much different than how it was in Texas. A lot less chaotic, that's for sure. Speaking of traditions, though, what are some of your favorite traditions that you and your kids have?
Well, yeah, I mean, when the kids were little, we probably used to do a little bit more. I don't know if per se we have actual traditions that we absolutely do.
Mm-hmm.
And stuff besides the normal ones. Because I mean, for the most part, you know, we don't. We try. We used to do it like every year on Christmas, except whenever, you know, they alternate on New Year's on who's gonna have them Christmas morning.
Mm-hmm.
We had them this year on Christmas morning, and we were gonna do it on Christmas morning, and they all took a vote apparently and decided they were gonna do it Christmas Eve. So we ended up doing it Christmas Eve, but no, we don't really have anything specific that we do for tradition that we do every year. It would be nice to probably try and do something, but for long, all the kids are going to be out of the house, so probably won't mess with it.
Yeah, that's us. We would like to be able to do some traditions, but we're just trying to figure out what's going to fit. I mean, because now we're out in the country, so it's not like you can go caroling. As much as I like the thought of it, I'm just not walking that far to go up to somebody's house out in the country because I might get shot.
Very good point.
And we're in a state where it's cold usually by Christmas, so I'd probably die of hypothermia before I actually got to their house. So yeah, it's something that we're kind of trying to adjust to and kind of get an idea of what traditions we're going to start next year.
Yeah.
I would like, now that my kids are a little bit older, I would like for them to start helping with making cookies for Santa and all of that stuff. But I don't know. Anybody out in the chat have any traditions that y'all do with your kids? I saw that Ashley was out there. Hey. I know she has kids. Yeah, once kids turn to teenagers, though, it's a little harder to kind of keep the same traditions you have when they're younger. I would like to start when the kids get a little bit older. I would like the Santa's helper tradition. Have you heard of that?
No.
Okay. So I think this is a really cute idea, especially for kids. You go out and you help someone in your community. Whether, I mean, it could also be your neighborhood or something, but you pretty much go out as Santa's helper and help make Christmas for someone else. I think that would be super cute.
Yeah, that'd be cute.
Especially for my kids, because I have a feeling with how much they get spoiled now, they're going to need that kind of dose of reality to kind of help keep them grounded of, okay, you know, I've got to do good to other people. It can't just be all about me.
Okay, so Ozzy wants to know what is Santa's favorite cookies at your house?
So, at my house, I'm just going to be honest. Santa would much rather prefer pizza because he gets cookies everywhere else. So to switch it up a bit, it's pizza. But the kids still give him like sugar cookies and chocolate chip cookies, whatever we have on hand. That doesn't mean I have to go drive 18 miles to go pick up an ingredient. But yeah, Santa really likes pizza.
Yeah. Well, usually, I mean, my house, I mean, I don't bake the cookies, but we usually buy them. But usually it's always
That's
been like
okay.
about the sugar cookies and stuff.
Now, are you talking about the cake type cookies with the icing on them, or are you talking about just like regular sugar cookies?
No, with the icing on them.
Okay, see, yeah.
Yeah, and my husband had his way to be the chocolate peanut butter no bake cookies.
The one with the oatmeal?
Yeah, I think so.
Those are good.
Yeah, I just bought him some tonight too. He was eating some. But and then and stuff, which our kids are old enough now that they're just like, you know, I don't think we didn't put anything out this year. Of course, we also, you know, did it on Christmas Eve, but I think the oldest ended up asking what we're gonna put out, and she's like, oh, we need to go buy those, you know, sugar cookies that you just put in the oven and bake with a little Christmas tree in the middle of it, whatever. And he's like, nope, I got this tin can of cookies. He said, I think we're just going to put them out, which we never did because we did it at Christmas. But, I mean, they're old enough. Most of them are teenagers. The youngest just turned 11. And so.
Ashley says, we usually do sugar cookies, but this year we did chocolate chip. I don't think there's really a bad cookie out there. I think Santa likes pretty much any cookie.
Yeah, pretty much. So, and yeah.
I need to remind my husband that Santa also likes apple pie moonshine.
Hey, we can just do that and play some milk.
I bet you he'd stay warmer at night.
Yeah, it's awfully cold.
Yeah, nobody likes warm milk. It's been sitting out all night. Give him some apple pie moonshine or some Fireball whiskey. Keep him warm those cold nights, especially in Michigan. Just saying.
I'll tell you one thing. You know, that Elf on the Shelf, I would love to have had that when our kids were smaller. That would have, I mean, we could have done some really cool things. And I mean, we never got one because our kids are older, but that would have been a really cool thing to do. Is do Elf?
Yeah, I really thought that would have been a really cool thing to do with kids. But I have a feeling that my kids would steal the elf and hide him under their bed so he couldn't tell Santa that they weren't doing what they were supposed to.
Yeah. That's what our kids would have done.
Yeah, Ashley J says that Elf on the Shelf can be a pain in the booty. I can imagine. One of my friends, she goes by Zoom Zoom. She had some pretty crafty ideas about Elf on the Shelf. And Elf on the Shelf has a friend named Rosie, the girl elf. And she had one day, the boy elf was duct taped to the wall, and Rosie had duct tape on her hand. And I was like, okay, that's pretty cute right there. I'd totally do that.
Oh, yeah, I think I've seen that one.
It's so cute. And with my kids, they love dinosaurs. So I could take their toy dinosaurs and put the elf in its mouth. Be like, well, the dinosaur got hungry last night, so he tried eating Elf on the Shelf.
Oh, it's funny. So did you guys actually do a Christmas? I mean,
we did a small version of the Christmas. A lot of family came over Christmas Eve, so the kids got to open up one present on Christmas Eve. And then we had Troy, Tardot's dad and stepmom and his sister and the kids. And we just kind of all opened gifts and stuff. And Santa brought us a really cool printer so we can start printing off some more magnets for our YouTube channels. And I can make some magnets for Gun Gals. Other than that, that's pretty much what we did for our version of Christmas until it comes to the 5th. Next year I would like to take the kids on another Polar Express train ride.
Well, that'd be cool. So we still have one more Christmas to get through, and his dad had just moved back from over there by Lawton area where he'd been working. So he got back on Christmas Eve because we always did his on Christmas Eve. But with him just moving back and getting everything settled back in, we were going to do his on New Year's Day. And that's been pushed back because he's still pretty sick. So I'm not sure when we're going to do his. So we still have one more, but so yeah, Gun Gal magnets be pretty cool.
Yes.
Might have to look into that.
I will definitely send you some, Ashley, as soon as we get some in, because I've got to go and buy the stuff that goes in the printer. But yeah, those are really fun to make. When I make them, I think I'm probably going to do a video for them just to kind of walk through the process and show our viewers. It's really easy. It's a little time consuming, but it's pretty easy to do. And I like it because I can do it here with the kids.
Patriot said, my daughter snuck the elf to a restaurant and dropped it under the table. I found it and hid it on her. She was really happy the next day when it was home. That's funny.
I like Ashley's. My brother stole the elves and put beer bottles by them.
Yeah, I've seen like stuff on Facebook with the beer bottles all around, and I think I even seen one where I think it might have been the same one with the beer bottles around it, and it had the elf on the shelf with some Barbie dolls.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I've seen something similar to that.
Yeah, some of my friends have blown up my Facebook news feed with some of their ideas with Elf on the Shelf, and I'm just looking at some of them, and I'm like, I'm so glad your kids are too young to know what that is, because that's a little wrong.
So what are some of the things that you've gotten for Christmas? I mean, I know you haven't done your big one.
We got a printer, and I got makeup because my daughter is 2, and she's getting to the age where she wants to have makeup time with mommy. Mommy's makeup is a little expensive. So it's not something that I'm just all, yay, let's do makeup time.
Yeah.
So I bought some of the little kits, the holiday kits that they had at Walmart. I think they're Elf makeup or something. I've never used the product before, but they had a variety of colors, and it had different varieties of blush and miscellaneous stuff like that. So for the eyeshadows and the blushes and some of the lipsticks, I was like, okay, I don't mind if she has makeup time with me using this. And letting her do my makeup is something that she wants to do it too. And I'm a little bit more comfortable with her trying to test out doing makeup with something that cost me $7.44 than something that cost me $35.
Oh yeah.
Or more. So that's really what I asked for, because I love the idea of us having that girl time, and that mother-daughter experience of doing makeup and stuff and her getting interested in it. But she's 2, so it's not like she's going to be walking out in public with makeup on. This is strictly just we're playing dress-up day.
Yeah, and it's always funny when the kids are young and they got that makeup and they come out and they like have like this clown face on.
Yeah,
and
I bought her own lip gloss at the Dollar Tree or something. It wasn't really expensive, but it's got different flavors. So if she happens to put it on her lips and then eat it, it's not like, oh my gosh, you just ate makeup. So, 'cause my kids eat chapstick. Like, I can't keep a tube of chapstick in this house and then find it because for some reason they eat it. It's weird.
Yeah, we ended up our oldest. Well, last year she's the one that likes the peppermint candy canes and likes minty stuff, and I really don't.
Mm-hmm.
But last year I found her some candy cane chapstick.
Mm-hmm.
So this year I started looking for them, couldn't find them, and then she'd be with her mom and say, well, she'll text me pictures if I found them, but then I would go look and I couldn't find them. And finally I ended up finding them. So she ended up with 9 candy cane chapsticks because I bought, every time I found somewhere, I would end up buying more. So she was pretty happy with that. So she has 9 of them.
I have 1 because I went through a phase that I loved peppermint. And so I've got peppermint lotion. I have a peppermint candle. I've got peppermint hand scrub and peppermint chapstick. And I've hardly used any of them.
See, I always have chapstick. I mean, I don't care about I'll usually have just, pink lemonade or just a bunch of different flavors, but my lips get chapped really bad. And I remember one year, it was towards the end of summer, it was hot and it was really windy, and being on the jet ski on top of that,
Mm-hmm.
I didn't have any. We were on the jet ski the whole day and didn't have any at all on the jet ski with me.
Oh, I bet your lips were so cracked. Like, I can't be on the lake and my lips not get chapped.
Yeah, I've learned to take them, to keep them in the glove box and the little cubby hole thing out there in the jet ski, because my lips for like the next 3-4 days were so cracked and they hurt so bad. I mean, they weren't quite bleeding, but they were pretty close to being that chapped. And just trying to eat something was like painful for like 3-4 days. So I always make sure I take them on the jet ski now.
Yeah.
It was
Ashley said Burt's Bees is my go-to for chapstick. I have like 2 that my kids have not found. I keep them in a completely separate area from where I usually keep my chapsticks, and those are my favorite because it doesn't cake up.
Yeah.
And it makes my lips so soft. And so I love the fact that I actually found them for here in Michigan because it gets windy and it's cold and freezing outside. Yeah, it's either that or if it gets really bad, I use Vaseline and just put it on my lips. And I'm like, okay, this is just going to be my day today.
Yeah.
I've had them burned.
Cold. Yeah.
I was on the lake that time. It's crazy.
I have chapstick all the time, but and stuff. But some of the things I got for Christmas is let's see, I got a new wedding ring because I lost the diamond. I lost the diamond in my other one, and so and once you realize, I mean, I don't even know when I lost it, but once I realized it was lost, I kept scratching myself with it. So I took it off. So he decided he was tired of me not wearing it. So he bought me a new wedding ring. He also bought me, which I got that like 2 weeks before Christmas. This and I got the pepper spray, flashlight, and knife. I got both of those like 2 weeks before Christmas because he can't wait.
Snob impatient? No.
Well, I was gonna go to Owasso the next day and go shopping, me and my daughter, and he's like, well, since you're going to Owasso, he's like, you might as well open up this one. And he's like, well, you might as well open up this one too, which was the pepper spray and stuff. And then some Targets and then this cute little wooden plaque thing. It says "Keep the Chains," and it's got like a mason jar on there.
Oh, that's cute.
And I inadvertently ended up with a gun too. He had
Nice.
Well, we were going to all these pawn shops looking for different computers, and he found him a Glock 42 and decided, well, he was going to put it on layaway because we were shopping for the kids for Christmas. And, well, I had already decided I was going to probably, we were probably going to get it out before Christmas and he can have that. He's like, I just know you're going to love that gun and you're going to take it. And I'm like, well, I don't know till I shoot it. So, of course, we got it out on Christmas Eve. So we came home, we shot it. And then the next day after we went to, on Christmas, after we went to all that kind of it was really nice, like 50s. So nice and sunny outside. So we came home and I ended up shooting the Shield, the Glock 19, and the Glock 42. And the Glock 42 is just slightly smaller than my Shield. So needless to say, the next 2 or 3 days, I carried the Glock. And he's like, and so I'm like telling him, I said, yeah, I said, you're right. I said, you lost it. I said, I'm keeping it. And he's like, and I've been teasing him in chat rooms that it's my gun now. So
you've been doing what I do to my husband on the 1911.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's awesome.
And so I said, yeah, which I wasn't going anywhere this weekend. So he rode with Donut Lover. And he's like, well, I'm taking the Glock. I said, that's fine. I said, I'm not going anywhere anyway. So we left my Shield at home. And so I have my Shield. But I said, that's fine. I said, you can carry it on any day that I'm not going nowhere, that I'm not going to carry it. I said, you can carry it. I said, other than that, I said, it's my gun. So I said, you pretty much lost it already. So you might as well just get over it. He's like, I knew I should have just bought it for you. So yeah, I got a new gun.
Sweet.
And then his mom gave me like a $40 gift card to Hobby Lobby. So I went and bought a new end table in between my recliners. And I bought that. And it has a little shelf on the bottom. So I bought a real pretty wicker basket to go on the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I bought that. The table was $69, almost $70. So I put that $40 towards it and paid the rest in cash.
Sweet.
So I got to do that. But like I said, we still have his dad's to go to and stuff. So and that I think I came out pretty well. I think my husband, especially with my new gun.
No doubt. I mean, there's nothing better than knowing that your husband has good taste in guns and you get to keep one of them.
Well, he wasn't happy about me keeping it. He was just, I think he was on Sarge's chat. He was telling them off air, before they went live about his new gun. And it's like, yeah, I think my wife's pretty much stolen it. And of course, in the chat room, I'm like, oh yeah, I got a new gun. And Gary's in there going, well, I heard your husband got a new gun. I said, oh no, my husband didn't get a new gun. I said, it's all mine now. I said, he lost it already. I said, it's mine.
What's yours is mine, and what's mine is mine, honey. That's how this works.
Yeah, I think I put in the chat, I said, because someone said something about 50-50. I said, oh no. I said, my household is like 99. Me, 99. Him, maybe 1%.
No, it's you 99. The kids are half or 3/4, and then he's the 0.25. Tardot will totally vouch for that. He sits there and says that I have the majority of the crap.
So, any plans for New Year's?
Yes. My anniversary is New Year's Day. So, I've got to figure out what I'm going to do for my husband because he's put up with me. I mean, we've been together for 6 years, but he's put up with me being married to me for 5 years on the 1st.
Wow.
That's amazing. I mean, he's a trooper. So I think I got to do something really nice for him because he stuck through all my craziness. Bless his heart.
See, mine, Snob and I have been together for 10 years. And we've only been legally married the last year and a half.
Well, I don't feel too sorry for Tardot because he was my best friend for 13 years before we ever started dating. So he knew how crazy I was and what he was getting into. But just for the simple fact that he hasn't made me disappear with all my craziness yet. I mean that should get him something.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Like I said, we were engaged for 8.5, 9 years. It took us that long to
Tie the knot.
eventually go do it. Before it was either we didn't have the money, we had the time, but we didn't really have any extra money to spend to go do it. And then when we had more, a lot more money coming in, we didn't have the time because he was working so much.
Right.
So, and then I was also, he would bring it up. I'm like, well, I said, your family pretty much already called me your wife anyways. I said, just a piece of paper. Do we really need to go that far? Finally we did. But
known user put at Gunpowder Beauty, an anniversary throat punch.
That is good.
I like the way you think. Yeah, Tardot and I, okay, so our wedding was a little different than most people. We had planned on doing like the whole big wedding, inviting family and everything. And then some of my family members started telling me that I had to invite this person and that person, and I don't like them on a good day. And so it was either us elope or kind of do it last minute. And so we just went to the Justice of the Peace and got our marriage license. And I had my cousin, she married a preacher or an ordained minister. I can't remember what he is, honestly. I think it's the same thing, but I'm not sure. So he pretty much married us. And I got to have the cheap, inexpensive, I don't have to invite anybody I don't want to my wedding. So it worked out.
Yeah, we ended up, I was in California for 2 weeks, which my husband did not do very well with me being gone for 2 weeks. When I got back, we were go to Eureka Springs and get married. And so the town that I was staying in, where my aunt lived, was this outlet mall. So we decided, well, I need to go find a dress. Because, the second I got back, we were pretty much leaving like the next day to go to Eureka. And we decided we weren't going to tell anybody. We were just going to go and then put it on Facebook. And so, anyways, I was looking for a dress because our donut lover and them was getting married in a few months. And well, then my sister went with me and she didn't know anything about it. She's like, well, can you really wear white to a wedding? I didn't want to tell her that I was getting just a white simple dress. And so I finally ended up telling her. And of course she ended up telling my mom. And she said, well, how about me and mom go? Well, then I can have my mom there without inviting his mom. So we went ahead and told his mom and his dad and his dad. And his dad couldn't make it, but his mom could. And we had 2 of the girls with us. So we ended up having that. And the rest of the family found out we didn't tell anybody else. We pretty much made a sign. I still have the sign. And we did it with his little decal maker and stuff. Made a sign that says, just married. And put it on Facebook. So everybody else found out by Facebook.
I love it.
So, yeah. His grandma was so ecstatic because she kept asking us. We kept telling her, oh, it'll be spring. Oh, it'll be fall. Oh, it'll be spring. And so she was ecstatic when we finally did. We called her later on that evening. She's like, I heard news. So, we don't usually do anything for New Year's. We usually stay home. We won't have any kids. The other ones will be at their mom's, and then my daughter's at my mom's, and then she's going to an all-night skate in Claremore.
Oh, so that's cool.
Yeah, so she'll be there from Christmas Eve at like 7 to like 6 a.m. New Year's Day. We usually stay home because there's usually tons of drunk drivers, and we don't really go out to clubs and do that whole scene. So we just kind of stay home and do our own little thing on New Year's and hang out. There's been times in the past that I haven't even been up at midnight.
I was just about to say, I'm hoping that I can break the record and actually be up for midnight this year. Ever since my son was born, I have not been able to stay up to midnight.
Yeah,
So
we're
I'm
usually in
hoping
bed.
this year I can.
It's just like, okay, we're going to bed. So sometimes, I mean, most nights I'm up at midnight anyways, so I imagine we'll be up. So, but we usually stay home and don't do much. So, which I've been out on New Year's before I got with Snob, and I went with my sister one year, and I probably just as soon not do it again. I mean, most of those places are so packed you can't move,
Yes.
and I just don't really
I have
enjoy
more
being
fun
in
at
such large
home.
crowds. Yeah, I don't really
Yeah.
like being in such large crowds. Where
And
you
it's
can't
cheaper on
move.
my pocket if I stay home.
Yeah, and I don't drink much anyways. So I doubt we even buy any alcohol if I just hang out at home and not do much. So I think,
It's crazy how things tend to calm down once kids are involved, because before I would do the party scene and go out, and the next day I was miserable. And we have learned that kids don't really understand hangovers, so we just don't drink like we used to before kids. Now
well,
we're just like, let's just stay home. If we want to drink, we'll drink one or two, and we don't have near the headaches and uncomfortableness that we would before.
how much are you not gonna like me now? Because not only am I kid free and I was pretty much husband free over the weekend, but I also, no matter how drunk I get, I don't get hangovers.
I love you, but I don't like you anymore.
Yeah, I've had the only thing I've ever had is I got alcohol poisoning one time, and I was sick for like 3-4 days. But I can go out and drink. Like before I got with Snob, me and my friend Amber and stuff went to and her husband went to Oklahoma City to this bar there. We got a hotel room right across the street, and so we had already been drinking before we even got there, like in our hotel room. And the bar itself, it has like around 10 o'clock that night, they do bull riding inside the bar. So I was pretty much already buzzed before I got there. And I mean, I was pretty well, been drinking.
Been feeling real good.
And I worked at the ambulance the night before, and we did a rodeo. So we didn't get done with the rodeo till 3 in the morning. And then we took a transfer. So we've been up all night. And then I've been up all day and been drinking, and haven't really had anything to eat. After that, when we got back to the hotel room, I slept for like 3 hours, and I woke up feeling awesome just because I got, 3 hours of sleep.
Yeah, I don't like you.
Yeah, it didn't matter how much I drank. I've never had a hangover. I'm one of those ones that just does not get a hangover.
Yeah, that's... Yeah.
I figured.
I still love you, though. New Year's is right around the corner, so I want to tell everyone to please be safe and be careful. Don't drink and drive. We love all of our subscribers and our viewers. We want to have everyone safe and have a very happy new year. We are past our time. So let's wind this down for the evening. And do you have anything coming up? Any videos? Or are you just going to enjoy the kid-free, husband-free, wonderful, peaceful time that you have?
Well, I'm still kid-free. I have my husband tonight, but not much. I don't have any plans for a video. I think Armintha is going to try and send me her femme fatale to try out. So if I do that, I'll do a video on it. And I'm probably going to try and do a video on both my shield and the Glock, on carrying them, on different ways that I've found that I'm carrying them. Because most times, very few times have I actually had the gun in my purse. And that's usually only because I'm wearing like athletic pants and can't really very well have it on me. So I'm going to try and get some stuff in, but we'll have to see. It's been really cold here the last couple of days. Like the high's been like 36, 37. It was a low of like 19 last night, so it's been really cold. I like to go out there. My husband bought me some targets and love to maybe do a video on it. I can go out there and shoot my new targets, but said it's been a little too cold for me. I don't think I'll hit it very well when I'm definitely being shaky from being cold before you say anything, user. But he's always on me about being shaky. In fact, you put on there earlier, you're so shaky to start with, you drink to sober up and get steady. I don't know what I'm going to do with him. I'm waiting for a time whenever he's going to come to Tulsa. I'm going to have my taser ready. Just saying.
Make him feel the shock of that love.
Other than that, midnight is on, so you guys can head over there and watch his show. He usually has a really good show.
Yes. For me, I don't really have much planned. We've been a little busy trying to prep everything for the Christmas on the 5th. But real quick, a huge shout out to Gun Channels. If you haven't yet, check it out. Gun Channels is an online 2A community where we can share and connect with other like-minded members. We stream live there as well as here every Sunday at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Also, go check out Gunstreamer. It is another awesome 2A community, and we have lots of love for all of our gun-loving communities that we have. Also, if you haven't yet, take a moment and check out Gun Gals SpreadShirts, where we have lots of ways for you to support Gun Gals while looking fabulous. You can find us at the link posted below. Thank you for joining us for this week's episode of Gun Gals Live. Next week, we will probably be talking about how everyone survived the new year and survived 2018. We might have to do a recap of 2018 on that episode because there's been a lot of different changes this year. We would love your input for what you would want to see from Gun Gals on our live show and for the rest of our channel. You can share your ideas or just send us some love at info@gun-gals.com. Don't forget, go check out Midnight Range TM. His show, The Closer, is tonight, and it is on. So we will see you guys over there. Have a great night, and have a happy new year, everybody. Bye, y'all.